All right, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahabushai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahabushai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahabushai. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahabushai, Bahashim, Barakaha Kwadash. Double honors to the elders at Great Millstone who taught me this word of life. All right, and Shalom, peace and blessings to your dear brothers out there and a good amount of sisters. All right, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahabushai, Barakatham to you all. All right, may Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahabushai be with you, brothers and sisters, and your households. All right, this is 2 Peter's 3 and 10. It says, "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise," nuclear missiles, "and the elements shall melt with fervent heat," nuclear destruction. "The earth also," part of the earth, "and the works that are therein shall be burned up." All right, that's speaking about America, Babylon the Great, and the land of Israel, all right, Palestine, all right, are both going to get destroyed with nuclear missiles, all right, as well as fire from the chariots of the Lord leading up to those missiles really getting shot off, all right, and destroying America and Israel, all right, and that's going to happen, all right, and then that's going to be when Yahushua comes back, all right, the day of the Lord, all right, the day of the second coming, all right. Verse 11, "Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness?" Conversation meaning way of life, all right, how you conduct yourself. Verse 12, "Looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, wherein the heavens, being on fire, shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat." All right. Salakia, please forgive me. We're supposed to be hasting unto the coming of the day, all right? We're looking forward to it, all right? In the NLT that says, "looking forward to the day of the Most High and hurrying it along," all right? Because what's going to happen on that day, all right? The destruction of this place, all right? The deliverance of the elect, and hopefully, Lord willing, we're all a part of that, all right? You sincere brothers and sisters out there, as well as myself, Lord willing, we all make it, all right? And if you're not if you're watching this and you're not sincere, I don't know what you're doing unless you're just a goddamn demon or a federal agent or something, But may Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Shalak Rayam to you if that's the case, all right? But what's going to happen on that day is the elect is going to get delivered, all right? And then we're going to have a new heaven and a new earth, like it says in verse 13, all right? "Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness," all right? In the NLT, "But we are looking forward to the new heavens and a new earth he has promised, a world filled with the Heavenly Father's righteousness." And that's what we want, because as it is written, wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the earth, all right? That's in 2nd Ezra. We get that, wickedness. Let's see. 2 Ezra 15 and 6. "For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled." All right. "Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. Therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them." All right. And that's the elect, all right? We call ourselves the hopeful elect. Lord willing, we make it, all right? But we're constantly, complaining to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, please get us out of here. Please get these goddamn Edomites and these heathens to take their foot off our neck, stop breathing down our necks. We can rule, so that we can rule over them and get our payback, and that we can, enjoy life, that we can actually live for the first time, all right? And Yahweh's return, we can tell that it's close, all right? It's in Matthew, let's see, I think Matthew 24 and 3. Matthew 24 and 3. "And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming, and of the end of the world?" And that word world, it goes into eon, all right, in the Greek, meaning age, all right, a period of time, all right? If Thy coming and of the end of the world. Aeon. All right. This is Strong's G165. Forever, an unbroken age, perpetuity of time, eternity, the world's universe, or just a period of time or an age. All right. And we know that we're in the age of Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man. All right. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. All right. Esau covered the faces of the judges, the Israelites. All right. So-called, the original Jews, which were so-called black men. All right. He covered the faces of them, specifically of the Heavenly Father and his only begotten Son. All right. And made them look like Edomites. All right. Now, Esau, get that in 2nd Esdras 6-9. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. All right. The Israelites. All right. 2nd Esdras 6-9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. All right. So our world has to, for our world to come up, the kingdom of heaven, paradise on earth, Esau's world, this Babylonian system, all right, has to be destroyed. All right. This demonic regime that Esau has ruling over the whole earth. All right. It has to be destroyed. All right. America has to get hit with those nuclear missiles. All right. And the ships have to come. They have to beam up the elect, and that's all prophecy. All right. It goes all the way back to our forefather Jacob. All right. He prophesied about Yahawashi coming. All right. This is Genesis 49:10. It says, the scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, because Judah is a royal lineage. All right. A lot of kings are spawned out of the line of Judah. All right. Until Shiloh come. Now, who's Shiloh? Yahawashi. All right. That's speaking about Yahawashi. And unto him shall the gathering of the people be. Right. Because Yahawashi is, part of what his sacrifice was to gather, or part of the purpose of it, Salaki, I'm a little excited, was to gather the nation of Israel back together. All right. Beginning with the elect. All right. The elect is going to get gathered first. All right. Matthew 24:30. All right. The elect is going to get gathered from the four winds. All right. Matthew 24:31. And he shall send his angels, which are going to be in those chariots, those so-called UFOs, with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of the heaven to the other. All right. So Yahawashi is coming back. This is the biggest, prophecy. All right. The day of the Lord. All right. And we can feel that it's near. All right. Because we can see these prophecies. All right. Earthquakes in diverse places, nation against nation rising up against nation, kingdom rising up against kingdom, the love of many waxing cold. All right. Earthquakes in diverse places. The king of Babylon. All right. We believe that king of Babylon in Isaiah 14 and Isaiah 19 is Donald Trump. All right. Isaiah 14:4. Thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased, the golden city ceased? The Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers, who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth. The whole earth is at rest, and we can't wait for that, all right? And is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no feller is come up against us. All right. And that word feller, that goes into somebody who cuts trees down. All right. So even the trees are going to rejoice when this devil goes down. All right. And when the righteous are in authority. All right. This is Isaiah 14 and let's start at 6 in the NLT. You struck the people with endless blows of rage and held the nations in your angry grip with unrelenting tyranny. But finally, the earth is at rest and quiet. Now it can sing again. All right. The earth is going to be restored to Eden, paradise. All right. Even the trees of the forest, the cypress trees, and the cedars of Lebanon sing out this joyous song. Since you have been cut down, no one will come now to cut us down. All right. So beautiful. We need this devil to go down, to go into hardcore slavery. All right. Let's get a precept on that. Edom shall be a possession. And there are a lot of precepts about this devil going into slavery, all right? Numbers 24 and 18, and Edom shall be a possession. Seir also, which is a people before it's a place, shall be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do valiantly, all right? So we're going to have these devils in hardcore slavery, all right? Revelation 13 and 9, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Who are the saints? The Israelites. Psalms 148 and 14, all right? Psalms 50 and 5, all right? We get those, Lord willing, all right? So we're going to have these devils in hardcore slavery, all right? And, that's an exciting thing, all right? We're going to rule over our oppressors, as it is written, all right? I believe that's Isaiah 14 and 1, all right? Psalms 148 and 14, he also exalteth the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel, a people near unto him. Praise ye the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, all right? So his people are the saints, the Israelites, all right? Not any other nation, all right? So that's the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, all right? And those that have been scattered abroad, all right? Let's get Revelation 22 and Salakia. Let's get Revelation 21 and 4. It says, and the Most High shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death. Speaking about for the Israelites, we're going to be immortal, all right? Neither sorrow nor crying. So we're not going to have any more issues, no more pain, worries, sadness, problems. We're not going to be the laughing stock of the world anymore, all right? Neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. Beautiful. When I first came into the truth, this is it's still one of my favorite scriptures. That's beautiful. The Most High is going to wipe away all tears from our eyes, all right? Because, our punishment is going to be over when Yahushai comes, all right? Lord willing, we be the elect, all right? Our punishment is really over, at that time, and the 2/3, they'll come back in the kingdom, all right? All Israel shall be saved, all right? Yeah, all right, I think I'm gonna end it there. All right, Yahushua is coming back. This is something to be, of course, excited about. Stay prayed up. Stay in the spirit. I'm gonna say all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakaha Kudash. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone, who taught me this word of life. All right, Shalom.